Okay, we're about to leave. We're on the road. So. Saturday in Wilmington, Vermont. Farmers market, all the little village stores. Flip it around. We haven't done that yet. Hey, there we are.
Hello.
So we've done 2 states. We've been on the road, so it's kind of boring. This morning we loaded up
a little tiny coffee house in Vermont. Gary can't stand his coffee, by the way.
Yeah. I will fill you in on that a little later. So this was the first stop in New York at a campground in Waterloo, New York. It was on a canal heading to the Finger Lakes. So this is a few shots of just what the canal looks like. It wasn't exactly what I expected, but I think if you wanted to boat or paddle from the campground, they have this canal that goes to the campground, so it looks like a lot of people are full-timers with boats and docks. The next morning we headed out to a little town or city called Geneva, top of Seneca Lake. We went to Water Street Cafe, which the owner talked to us, and we were trying to decide which side of the lake to go down. One customer even gave us a map which showed both the eastern side and the western side of Seneca Lake. We ended up going with the owner's recommendation of the western side. A little better road, probably a little nicer to get down to Watkins Glen, which was going to be our next stop for the night. These are some photos of the wineries and the places we stopped off at. The first place was Belhurst Castle and Winery. It was probably the fanciest, and the castle and the whole hotel was just really beautiful. The lakeside scenes, just going out between the building and the lake, just gorgeous. They had plenty of different types of wines. We actually, since it was kind of early, noontime, we didn't actually try any wines at this location. So we then continued down what's called Route 14 along the westerly side of the lake, and we ended up at the next winery, which was Torrey Ridge Winery. The uniqueness of this place is that they sold what they called hillbilly wines. No, sorry, I always say hillbilly, redneck wines. And we did sample the wines here, and we did buy a few bottles of the redneck wines. Great place, actually. We were very impressed. Didn't have all the extras that, say, the Belhurst Castle did. They sold a lot of toys and other products and shirts. This place sold some of the winery accessories, but it really stuck to the wines, and very nice people. Which is the Belangelo Winery. This was right on the water. You drove down on this dirt road, and when you come to the building, it was hard to tell a winery because of its function hall and its double doors, but we eventually wandered in, and wow, I took a picture of this pink scooter because they have pink scooter wine, which I loved, and they canned it as well as bottled it, and we took it on the trip, so it was convenient for our smaller refrigerator. But they have a function hall, they had a bar, we sampled some of the wines. Beautiful location. They also had some clothing. Not many people in this location, but the bartender was very nice and was really impressed with everything. When they built the place, they found some fossils here, and they saved them in this cabinet in the building. So it was a very interesting building. I'd love to find their wines locally, but I just can't. So Bellangelo was our final wine stop, and then we headed into Watkins Glen down this Route 14. We ended up going down into Watkins Glen, and we suddenly realized that we were in the middle of a Watkins Glen 6-hour endurance race that was going on. So now we knew why we had trouble finding a camping spot. But I would tell you that on one side here is the lake, and then on the other side is the campground. This is actually a city park on one side at the side of the lake, and you can see the trailers, and it's a city campground, and we really enjoyed it there. You'll see more coming up, but we felt at this point we were getting hungry, so we drove to a restaurant. It was called Stone Cat, and the first adventure was we had done the west side of Seneca Lake, and now we were going to go up the east side to this restaurant. We both were hungry after stopping at a couple of the wine places and trying out wines. So, you know, we were having that midday. We had a nice breakfast. We were looking for the right spot, and Stone Cat had gluten-free, which that's one of our priorities on the trip. So we went to Stone Cat, and parking was, let's put it this way, tight. If we had a unit any bigger than a Class B, we would have problems, but I took some pictures here and videos, and then we went into Stone Cat. It was a fun, well, it was a nice, the food was excellent. I had my first catfish, so it is both my best and worst because I've never had catfish before. Then I had a drink that had the correct name. I just was feeling the mood. A corpse reviver. I will tell you, it's strong. I think they limit them to 2, but it was very enjoyable. And then we went back to the campground. It's Clute Park, and the check-in was great. The site was just a couple in. We walked across, and then we went over to the lake. Now, I had hopes of swimming, but it was really windy and rough when you got to that end of the lake, so that was out of the question. But that was pretty much the end of this episode. In episode 2, we'll talk about the incident leaving. We've got some more great stuff as we head across towards Colorado, but we have a long ways to go from New York to Colorado. Hey, if you like this video, subscribe, ring the bell. The reason I say that is this is going to be at least 6 episodes of travel, and if you want, I've also done a video on one of the last days on the trip coming back. We changed our air conditioner unit at Advanced RV. Check out that video if you'd like. It's already been posted, and it's here at the end of this video. Again, thanks for watching. If you made it this far, that's great. And again, thanks for watching. Look for more episodes.